Hi, it's Richard from RAWEDC. I just thought I'd do a little video on something that I've been working on recently. I was gifted a polishlavvu by my brother-in-law, which I've taken out on camp a couple of times now, and up until then I've been using an extending walking pole up the centre to take the place of the poles that come with the polishlavvus, which if you're watching this video you've probably got an idea of what that is already. Also, along with it, which he hadn't tried at the time, was this 3D printed articulating topper for brush shafts, for the want of a better description, brush shafts. So this thing's available from Elliot Bushcraft. It's an STL that you can download. I'll pop a link in the description, credit where it's due. It's an absolutely amazing piece of kit, nice and articulated. And as I said there, it takes a brush shaft. It's the right diameter for that. However, a brush shaft, not really that portable. So there's a lot of people tried various different things, like, for example, clothes poles, which are fine. I've got extending ones myself, so I've had a little try with that. These would work just great, but diameter not so good, and of course the length when you're trying to pack them away. So what I did was I tried extendable shower curtain rails. I've got a couple of them here that I've been playing with, that I had in stock, and again the same problem, that the bottom part, even when you set it up, is fine, but when they extend out, they're perfect. But this long part here, a little bit too long for packing away for camping. So what I've done is I had a wee look around, and I actually managed to get one for free. I was gifted one that isn't this same as this. It is actually broken into, just destroy the place. This one actually breaks into 3 parts. And we don't need the centre section. So this 2 parts is all that it takes, and that packs away, and that's one of your poles. So where did I get these? A shop called Dunelm, and this is the stretch expanding bath rail in chrome. It's actually aluminium. It's really quite lightweight. I haven't taken a weight of it, but I'll put that in the comments later. I'll put it into the description. Extends from 140 to 260 centimetres. There is a shorter version, but this is the one I've tested with. These shortened down to just over 71 centimetres in length, which is fantastic, and they're very, very lightweight. Now, as I say, the kit comes with 3 poles. The centre pole I didn't need at all, and all that I've done is I've taken the end off it here that is not required. So I'll show you how to do that. You pop the 2 ends together in sort of a friction fit, and you can actually give them a little twist, and they hold together quite well. I've also added a little mark here with a permanent marker where I feel the length is good, and I measured that at around about 1745 mils. So you know, that seems to be about the right length, and I'll show you how I got on with that as well. As I say, the kit comprises 3 poles. Take this one out fresh. This particular extension I didn't require at all, so that's something spare for another project. The last 2 here, let's get rid of the packaging, which I'll recycle responsibly. This is obviously the extending part, and incidentally the foot comes away to a thread, so maybe something for the future, maybe think of another idea. But certainly I've had the lavvu up with these, and these little sort of rubberized feet dig into grass quite well. So the other pole, there's an end here with a spring on it. Just unscrew it off, and then there's a spring goes up the inside. It just comes out. It just screws out like that. And this bit I'm just going to save for another project. On the end of here, I just did some wraps of self-amalgamating tape, like that. So after taking off that spring mechanism, you're left with a rough kind of an end. What I did with that was I put some self-amalgamating tape on the end, not too thick, because these actually go into the tripod head quite well the way they are, without any real movement. But this takes up the last few millimeters of slack that's in there. did that, and that just gives it a nice sort of rubberized finish there. And then of course they go into there, and there's some pretty good hold in that, as you can see. So once I'd measured the length of it, I put the permanent mark on as well, just like that, as I showed you before. And I think I might do something a little bit more permanent, like a burnish mark or something, so that I know exactly where it goes. Now, I'll show you how to put it all together. So that's my 3 extending bathroom shower curtain rails done. A good idea, just to make sure that although these parts don't really matter, you can give them a little bit of a friction turn together and they'll stay together better. And then once you've got your length right, just tighten that up. I wouldn't go too far. It's designed to hold a shower curtain, and although it really does hold plenty weight, I wouldn't want to push them too far. Friction there. Tighten that one. And then friction there. And tighten that one. So they're all the same length. Then you can watch me fumble with this bit. We'll see, there's always going to be something goes wrong. So they are just a friction fit bit, not too difficult. So that's pretty much the tripod put together. I'll move it into position. Oh, that'll happen. Maybe that's something I need to work on. But they do just friction fit together. Now this bit's a bit of trial and error. What you have to do next is put your lavvu over the top. Remember to fold over your top of your 2 collars. Now what I found is once you've got it pegged out, you can actually adjust the tripod to make it the height you want it, the width you want it, but I just go around with the pegs now. It's up inside and doing quite well in there. So now that the 3 shower poles are up inside, you can find it's fairly sturdy, plenty weight can be put on it. It hasn't collapsed yet. I've tried this a couple of times. It's solid, absolutely solid now that your pegs are in. And of course with these lavvus you can take out this peg as well and open it right up on the nicer days and have it all ready. So you can see it all there. It's pretty straightforward, and as these are aluminium, it's quite lightweight. Packs away to around about 70 centimetres, I think it was, which is really next to nothing when you think about that. It's not really a lightweight setup anyway. So if you've got any questions or anything you want to add, please put it in the comments. I'd really appreciate any suggestions. And yes, I know my videos are not fantastic just now. Another reason why it's called RAWEDC. But anyway, I hope this has been a bit of help to you. And I'll try and put some links in. As I said, I've no affiliations with Dunelm or any of the other companies, or indeed Elliot Bushcraft, but it's good that they've made that available for people to print out. And thanks again to my brother-in-law Paul for furnishing me with this and letting me do these projects.